Hi guys, well, I've been looking at some people's thoughts and opinions, theories on SuperM about why they were created, why certain members were chosen, etc. So I've been thinking about what my thoughts were ever since the news released. So now I'm going to go through my points and say my thoughts on this. So the first question that could arise is, why was SuperM created? Everyone's wondering, well, why would SM create another boy group? But then not only that, include members that are already established in other groups. Some want to say that it's a cover-up for SM losing money, and it's just overall about, getting more money. It's a money grab. And my thoughts on this would be like, I don't know if it's a cover-up. We can't really prove that in a way. But in terms of it being about money, I wouldn't be surprised if it's about money. Because that's what companies do when they're making certain groups, coming up with certain concepts, etc., etc. They're doing this for money. It's not really for anything else. Of course, they're going to do it for the sake of music and just overall building up the company's image, but it's definitely going to be about money. So another question that could arise too is, why were certain members chosen? When I first looked at the lineup when the news came out, I noticed that everyone in the group were basically the popular or the star-studded members of their own individual groups. And I know fans are kind of mad about the favoritism, but here's the thing, and this will probably seem controversial, but I feel like it's the truth just from my observation. The favorites that get chosen for certain things, the favorites were created, the favorites became favorites because of fans. The company isn't here forcing you guys to see a certain member as your favorite. You guys decide that based off of which members have most of their stands, which members get talked about the most, which members seem to catch fans' eyes when they're watching MVs, which members seem to catch people's ears when they're listening to the songs. So when you look at EXO, when you look at SHINee, when you look at NCT, the members that they have in SuperM are in fact the most popular members in these groups, or at least some of the most popular members. So when I've seen questions of people asking, oh, why isn't Lay here? Why isn't Wiwin here? Why do Lucas and Ten get to be in there, but not Wiwin? And it's I don't know. There's just some odd energy around Wiwin. I'm not even going to get into that right now in this video, but besides Wiwin, who else would be a favorite? Who else gets so much talk and attention? It's Ten and Lucas. So naturally, they're going to be part of this group. And then just the fact that they're part of this group, they're already in Wavy, it just makes more sense of my theory that the whole quote-unquote mistreatment of the Chinese members is kind of non-existent. Because if it was really about the members being Chinese, Lucas and Ten would not even be in this group. It just makes you think, is it about being Chinese, or are there specific reasons for specific members of why they aren't in the group? It just doesn't make sense anymore. The more and more I see certain things happening, that it's about being Chinese. Now, I won't act like SM hasn't mistreated certain members for being Chinese or just being foreign in general. But with NCT's situation, it just doesn't seem like that's the only reason. Because there's just no evidence of that. And looking at SuperM and seeing Lucas and Ten there just really should open people's eyes to seeing that it's not just solely about being Chinese. Maybe there's another factor being played in this whole ordeal. So maybe that should just be something y'all think about. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. So another opinion I've seen flying around on Twitter is this group riding off of the success of the individual groups, especially EXO? And I'm just thinking, does it really matter, or is that really the case? Because first, I'm just gonna see if that's really the case. Because, I mean, that kind of is the case, but it doesn't really matter because everyone in the group is already part of the individual groups. So if the group gets success because of the individual groups, who cares? Who cares if this group is riding off of the success of the individual groups? Because essentially the same people in the individual groups are the same people in this group. So in turn, it's the same success. I would just never understand this that was flying around. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, the next thing is, will this destroy the individual group's promotions? A lot of fans are thinking that maybe this will interrupt promotions for EXO, interrupt promotions for NCT, especially since Baekhyun's solo promotions have been halted because of this. And just a whole lot more things that fans are worried about with promotion. I don't think that it would destroy the individual group's promotions if SuperM's promotions and the individual group's promotions are handled correctly. But then we can't really put too much pressure on the company to handle their group's promotions correctly when we're not the ones dealing with tens of groups with only 365 days in a year. We're not the ones dealing with that. We're just sitting behind the screen telling the professionals how to do their job. We don't know how to fit all of those things in that tiny time constraint. So if something doesn't work out, we just need to be understanding and deal with it. But I do think that, it depends on how well they handle having only just 365 days of the year to fit all of these things. So it's not automatically default that they're going to destroy the group's promotions. The promotion just need to be handled better. So, to support or not to support, I would say, yes, everyone has the right to choose who they want to support, choose who they don't want to support. But I just don't understand the backwards thinking of not supporting this group, but then still supporting your faves in this group. You're not really wholeheartedly supporting your fave if you're not going to support the groups that they're in. It's just ridiculous. If you support your fave, you're going to support the group. Just because you don't like the idea of this group doesn't mean that the group is a fail. That group could produce bomb songs, bomb albums, and you guys are still not going to support just because you don't like the fact that the group exists? It's just ridiculous. I would say it's a good idea to support, and not supporting kind of just makes you look a little foolish because you cannot support your faves and not support the activities that they're doing. It's just not right to me. So anyway, I might make a part 2 if I think of any more points or if I want to add on to what I've already said here. But let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you next time.